Bravo 007, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed Gulf Air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 me.
Reduce 160 to 4, speed 124.
Hi there guys, Matt here, hope you're all well. Welcome back to another X-Plane video. It's been a while since I have done anything with X-Plane that actually remotely involves decent flying, and today I hope to rectify this. This is the JRollon JS32. I got this just yesterday evening, so I haven't had much time with it. However, it seems to be quite a masterpiece once you get past well, I call them bugs. Apparently they're not bugs, but once you get past the initial kind of flaws of how it's been designed. This thing, I don't know how long it's been out. It's been out a while, but like everything in X-Plane, I haven't tried it, so I figured that we'd have a go. But as you can see, the external model, which I just panned away from, my bad, is really nice. The texturing is superb, and it comes with these little funky things like the GPU and, you know, the animation of the doors and stuff like that. I'll show you a few little features as far as the external animations go. So this is a VC, and it's a nice VC, very, very well textured and modeled. It's kind of the same as the you know, the PMD GJS41. Kind of has the same features as that, although X-Plane tends to I don't really know what the term is. The texturing in X-Plane is not as high res as you would get in FSX, but I don't know. Everything else seems to make up for it, so I don't really care. Anyway, you have a virtual cabin, which is comprised of how many? 4, 8, 10 seats. And this is a cool thing at the back. If we're in nighttime, which I'll show you in just a second, you can dynamically control the cabin lighting from the inside of the aircraft. Now, I've not seen this done before, and I will say one thing: we can't do that without the battery switch on. So let me just turn the battery switch on. We'll put the battery switch on to ground, and then we can actually do that. So yeah, if we put it into nighttime, which we'll do now, you can, he says, when it actually works. Okay, there we go. So it's nighttime. Yeah, you can't see anything inside the actual cabin. So if we whiz to the back, the door's already open. If we press this button here, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. And then the other one next to it, that one maybe. There you go. Look at that. You can light up the inside of the cabin. Now, it's gimmicky, I know, but it's stuff like that that makes it really nice. I've not seen you be able to do that in any of the add-ons so far, but I probably, well, it's probably because I've not actually used all of the add-ons so far. But yeah, that's just one of the nice features. As well as that, we can also click this button here, and it shuts the door. But for now, anyway, we'll keep it open, and we'll switch the lights off because we're going to fly in the daytime. So we'll get rid of those, and we'll get rid of those. We can keep it in a kind of neutral state. Wing views look nice. Everyone likes to see wing views. The glass is reflective, etc., etc. I thought there was a door in here, in between here. Apparently there isn't. That was one of the checklist items from yesterday that kind of confused me. But yeah, it looks good. On the face of it, it looks good. Anyway, we're on PilotEdge. We are flying US Airways Express. Apparently the call sign for this is Blue Streak, so we're Blue Streak 335 on the ground at San Diego, and we are going to fly up north to Burbank. Now, have I done tech routes before? I think I might have done tech routes before. Basically, a tech route even is a routing through the terminal airspace, which basically has an identifier. So it gives it a tech identifier, and that is basically the equivalent of flying certain radials into certain fixes in certain airways. It's just shorthand, really. So today we're going to be flying the tech route, which is SAN 14. I'll post a link for the tech route below, but I do think I've done this before, so it's probably nothing new. It's just a way of navigating to Burbank and writing it in the flight plan field relatively easily. We're going to cruise up at just 8,000 feet. It's not very high. This flight will take circa 30 minutes, maybe just less. It's not too busy today on PilotEdge. There's a few. Actually, just before I started recording, a Cessna departed from here, but that seemed... Actually, you might be able to just see him up there. Not sure if that's AI or actual traffic, but either way, it's not too busy, so there shouldn't be any delays. And we've got the fuel, we've got everything else. I just kind of want to play around with this aircraft, get a feel for it, and then we'll go from there. So, the first thing you're met with when you open up this aircraft is this little thing. This is the control manager, and I've figured out what 80% of the stuff does here. So, this is obviously the wheel chocks, this is obviously the GPU. If you click this thing in the middle, you get a fetching pilot wearing a Sennheiser headset on the right, but we get rid of him. This is something I'll explain in a minute, this joystick thing. This is the back door, that's something to do with radio hardware, and then that is to turn on or toggle the cabin lights. Okay, so I'll go back to this. This was the bane of my life yesterday. I did not enjoy what I saw when I first got into this aircraft, and I'll tell you for why. We tried to do shared cockpit, and we spent the best part of about 30 minutes setting it up. When we then went to taxi off the apron, I found that I had no flight controls, which I don't now. If you can see, I'm moving the controls and nothing is happening. Well, you can't physically see what I'm doing, but I'm sure you can hear that I'm moving the controls. It turns out that, like most props, they have something called a gust lock or a control lock, which is just down here. That's fine. Normally, if you release the control lock or the gust lock, you then have movement of the control surfaces. Not in this case. The way it's been developed, and we had, I wouldn't say it was a negative discussion, it was a constructive, heated discussion in the stream yesterday. The developer of the aircraft, JRollon, I don't know his full name, but that's his alias he goes under, came into the stream, and we were talking about why it's done this way. So if you get into the aircraft and you can't control your aircraft, this is why. Basically, he's written a program or a plugin for X-Plane, which essentially, when you have your control lock on, disables all of the inbuilt axis or the axis assignment into X-Plane. So if I show you my joystick and equipment here, look, everything that should move is set to none, which is an absolute pain in the backside. Okay, although we found a solution and although it's been explained to me, the logic still baffles me, but it is what it is. So the way to fix this, after much trial and tribulation of trying to figure it out, is actually relatively simple. This button here that's on the joystick is the thing to do. So with the control lock off, you have to go to here, you have to press this down, and then you have to go to settings, joystick and equipment, and then you have to rebind everything, okay? So for example, if I want to do, let's go for pitch, I pull my pitch axis, there it is, it's that one there, and then I choose pitch, and that's done. Then I can, let's say, we'll do rudder, so I'll move my rudder pedal, it's that one, and so on and so forth. So that is yaw, and then we want roll, which is that one, and then we want throttle, which is already done. We also want brakes, this is a big one, so left toe brake is here, and then the right toe brake is there. So that is all of them rebound. The nose wheel tiller still exists. It seems to only affect the actual joystick, not everything else that is connected. The throttle unit seems to be okay. So that is that. Well, that means now that we now have controls. That's what we wanted. So now that's all done, we can remove this joystick assignment thing, and for the sake of being realistic, we can put the control lock back on. And job is a good one. So, now that's out of the way, we can actually get on with flying this thing. I don't pretend to be an expert, and that's not what it's about. It's about having a bit of fun and enjoying the aircraft for what it is. I have read some manuals, I've gone through a little bit of the way to fly it. It's extremely similar to the JS41, which I spent a bit of time in. So it's not too bad. Just don't overheat things and you'll be fine. So the first thing we need to do is we need to turn on the avionics, and there's no real set way of me doing this. I'm just clicking stuff as I go. Navigation light, come on. The smoking of the seat belts. This is the lights for if you can't see in the daytime, but you should be fine. Sorry, in the nighttime, but you should be fine. Moving down, we can turn the fuel booster pumps on, we can just turn them on now because we're going to be starting the engine soon. And we can turn on the computers and the essential non-things over here. Also the stall protection can go on. You may have to do these in a different order if you're trying to be a hardcore nerd, but I really am not. Prop sync can stay off for the moment, and TTL can come on, whatever that is. Everything else, that's a test, that's the ignition. So that's pretty much about it as far as what we're switching on the overhead. Pressurization can stay where it is. We're only going at 8,000 feet, so that's not a problem. We can turn on the GPS, and we can also turn on, I don't know if this is a functioning weather radar or not, but turn it on anyway. We can turn on the radio, so there's COM1, COM2, NAV1, NAV2, and of course ADF, even though we probably won't use that. And then the transponder can go to standby. We can also turn on these little digital gauges. There's one on the captain's side and one on the first officer's side. That's done there, and everything else really is set. We need to do a lot of navigation setup now, which I guess we should probably get clearance first before we do that. So I am going to file, and I'll show you how to do it on PilotEdge. You just go to plugins and PilotEdge, and then file flight plan. This was from yesterday. We're actually going on the SAN 1.4. I'm going to get rid of that, and 8,000. We're doing the exact same route as yesterday, and we can file VFR. So that's all good. So on the right, on my other screen, should I say on the left-hand screen, I have some charts. All I'm interested in is Limburg clearance at the moment. So clearance delivery is 125.9, and that is being set in COM1, 125.9 as so. And we can also grab the ATC, which is on 134.8. So 134.54.8. We'll swap that over.
San Diego International
and is the ATC.
2000 Zulu weather. Sky clear, visibility more than 10. Temperature 23, dew point 16. Wind 250 at 7. Altimeter 2998.
2998,
Departing runway
which
27.
is
Advise on initial contact. You have Oscar.
Oscar. So information: Oscar 2998, and the wind is coming favouring runway 27. So we can expect runway 27 for departure, but we'll get that from the clearance delivery. So we will tune clearance, and we will. We're already tuned into clearance, should I say? And we'll see what's going on. I'm just waiting before I hit, or waiting to hear someone.
Number 216.
There we go. That's what I needed. Just to make sure that I actually have the volumes and stuff all set properly. Limburg clearance, good afternoon. Blue Street 335 with the weather request clearance to Burbank.
Blue Street 335, clear to Burbank Airport. For departure, Seal Beach transition. Then, as filed, climb via SID, except to maintain 8,000. Departure frequency 119.6, squawk 6626.
Clear to Burbank, Pebble for departure, Seal Beach transition, then as filed, climb via SID, except maintain 8,000. Departure on 19.6 and squawk 6626, Blue Street 335.
Blue Street 335, every back right.
Awesome. Okay, so we got cleared Pebble for departure, which I have the chart for on the other screen. Initial altitude is 8,000 feet, or is climb via SID except maintain 8,000, but that's because that's all we're going as high as. Departure is 119.6, but we can't really do anything with that at the moment because we've still got to talk to tower and ground.
Heavy loss.
So we'll put a squawk in, which is
Las Vegas Airport
26.
Loop 7 departure, Daggett transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 8,000.
26 is in there,
Other
like
departure frequency
that.
free shortly.
Awesome. Okay, so Pebble for departure is as follows. We depart runway 27 with a right-hand turn to a heading of 290 degrees. On that heading of 290 degrees, we are to pass the 170 outbound radial from Oceanside. Oceanside VOR is on frequency 115.3, So we'll tune that in 115.3 even, and flick that over. Oops, come on. There we go, 115.3. I will put that 170 radial on here. If I can get it to do that, that would be nice. 170. There we go. And the heading I'm going to put in is runway, not runway heading even, is going to be 290, which is there. So the idea is to fly heading 290. Once we pass this 170 radial, so basically once the needle swings and we're past it, then we're going to turn right to a heading of 315, and on that heading we then intercept the outbound 293 radial from Mission Bay. Once we've done that, we fly that for 39 miles, and then we track the 328 radial into Seal Beach. There's a bunch of navigation to go after that, but that's all you need to know for now. So the 170 radial is what you're looking out for, then the right turn to 315 to intercept the 293 outbound from Mission Bay. It's a little bit full on, don't worry about it though, we will figure it out, I hope. No, I'm joking, it's really not that bad. Anyway, Mission Bay can go in this, 117.8, and it's going to be just a lot of quick switching. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, but it's easier to show you all from the left-hand seat rather than keep changing from the right to the left every 2 minutes. So that's all we need to do for now. That's us pretty much ready to go. So we're still on ground power at the moment, and the way we have to do this is we have to start engine number 1 first, and then transfer the generator over, get rid of the GPU, and then start engine number 2. So we can do that in just a moment. First of all though, we need to get rid of the stairs, and the shocks can stay in for now, I'm not too bothered about that. So to start this JS32, first thing we need to do is turn on the hydraulics. That is now done. The air starter switch is in the right place, or the air to ground switch is in the right place, should I say. And what we need to do is we need to put the condition prop lever to taxi, and then it's just a case of selecting the left engine. When we check that everything is clear, we should probably do that first, but selecting the left engine and pressing select and then start, and with that we should see it start to spool up, and everything should be just fine. There it goes. There goes the torque, there goes the RPM. The chocks and the parking brake are still on. And there is engine number 1 started. Just give that a little minute to stabilize. Just move that throttle forward a bit so we come out of beta. Flight idle, ground idle. We just want to have it about there. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Right, so engine 1 is started. We can reset that, and then we can put the left generator on. And with that left generator, we can now turn off the ground power once we've switched the battery across. So we can now take away the GPU and the chocks as well. We don't need those, and we can feather the second engine, and with that we can boot it up. So engine number 2, EGT, followed by torque, followed by RPM. Everything is just fine. Awesome. So at the moment we are positioned on the commuter ramp, as the chart denotes. At the moment we don't have to call for taxi. We can. This is a non-movement area, so it's fine. We can taxi out, see what that ATR is, just a bit beyond that. But we'll call taxiing towards Bravo once we've cleared everything up. So that's the right engine on. We can reset this, and we can put the right generator on. And then with that we can
November 70 will my contact ground.
We can do nothing because that's everything done really. It's feathered for taxi. Power's good. Lights. Actually, it's a good point. I should have put the beacon lights on, but I didn't. So, the taxi light can come on, and everything else is fine. So, we need to taxi forward and right, and then we'll give ground a call once we get past there. Ground is on 123.9, so we'll pre-tune that. Well, we won't pre-tune it, we'll actually tune it. 123.9, and tower is 118.3, so we'll put that in as well. 118.3. Job's a good one. Okay, we're ready to taxi. Nothing in the way. Have a quick look outside. It's a bit loud. Sorry about that. Everything looks good. We don't need any flap. All good. We can release the parking brake. And we can taxi right here, and then we'll taxi towards Bravo, and we'll give Lindbergh ground a call. Okay, so we're just approaching Bravo. One thing I just want to do check is the trim. We need to make sure that's in the green. So, Lindbergh ground, good afternoon. Blue Street 335, just short of Bravo from the commuter ramp. Request taxi.
Blue Street 335, Lindbergh ground, runway 27, taxi via Bravo.
Runway 27 via Bravo, Blue Street 335. Okay, it's right here, and then all the way to the end. It's a bit of a taxi, actually. Yesterday I found that out the hard way. So trim's good. Use a tiller, the nose wheel tiller, to move us around. Although you can't really see that, it's not animated, but it is there. Alright, so we're just pressing Bravo 4 towards Bravo runway 27. I'm going to turn some things on, so I'm going to put the heading on, so we get some sort of flight director to follow once we depart. Altitude, I'm not quite sure if arming it does anything. That's not really the problem. That's not really a problem though. At least then we'll get the flight director. That's really all I wanted, because well, I mean, the weather's beautiful, but I said that yesterday. I rotated, and all of a sudden there was just this blanket of cloud, and I couldn't see anything for the first sort of 6,000 feet of the climb. So that was not fun. That's why we need autopilot. It is for your own safety. Anyway, we're still on ground at the moment. He just asked us to turn our transponder on. I honestly, one thing that I love doing this. Absolutely, I love doing this. But what I really don't like is the distinct difference between flying in America or flying anywhere other than what I'm used to. Because transponders on the ground for me is like a big weird thing. They do it at Heathrow and stuff like that, but like, you know, normal airfields, small airfields that we're used to flying from, they don't do it. So they only do it when you're on the runway and you're ready to go. But over here it seems to be pretty radical. You know, you need to do it as soon as you get onto the taxiway. So yeah, it's a lot of differences I have to get my head around, and it takes quite a while to do it, because I'm apparently a very slow learner. Anyway, we are approaching Bravo, which means we can tune to Lindbergh Tower. Let me just check I've got that frequency right, which is 118.3, so over we go. We'll just hold short here, and we'll just make sure everything's ready to go, which is pretty much is. Need to get some lights and stuff. That toe braking is a little bit harsh. You can see I move my pedals and the pedals move, but it's all very, very harsh. Okay, so everything looks good. We just need to feather the props for departure, which I can hold the toe brakes and do that and grab them both together, or one at a time, whatever. Sometimes you can get them both at the same time. Right, I'll move that back. Lindbergh Tower, good afternoon. Blue Street 335, Bravo, runway 27, ready for departure.
Blue Street 335, Lindbergh Tower, wind 300 at 7, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Blue Street 335. Okay, we're good to go. So the landing lights can come on. and everything else is good. All looks good out the window, I'll tell you that much. Now, it's pretty sensitive, this plane, so if it seems a little bit abrupt when I put the power in, it is. It caught me off guard yesterday a few times when I was trying to steer with the rudder. When you put power in, it really does like to swing to the left. But it's fine, it's not a bug or anything like that, it's just you got to get used to it. And when you fly so many planes in the space of, you know, a set period of time, apparently there is also approach lights on the runway, which is weird. But when you do that, you kind of lose touch with the way things are meant to go. So just ignore the approach lights, we'll just go through those. But we're pretty much ready to go, so we just apply the power and get underway. So we're waiting, departure is straight ahead, and then once we get gear up, we can make the right turn to 290. Okay, let's go. There we go, power set. It didn't kick back as much as it did yesterday, maybe I'm just used to it now. I can't actually see the speed, so I'm going to have to remove that yoke. Okay, there we go. Accelerating through 60. Through 80. Start to rotate now. Well, that rotation was a bit odd, but okay, we're in the air, that's fine. Positive rate, gear up. Oops. We can start that right turn to about heading 290. That's what I mean about it being a bit sensitive. Maybe I should have used some flap actually. I got told yesterday I didn't need to use flap, that's weird. Okay, autopilot in, and we'll take IAS.
Blue Streak 335, contact SoCal departure, good day.
Over to departure, Blue Streak 335, good day. So we should have actually pre-tuned 119.6, but I didn't. 119.6. SoCal departure, Blue Streak 335 out of 2.5, climbing 8,000.
Blue Streak 335, SoCal departure, ready contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
I maintain 8,000, Blue Streak 335. Okay, so speed's now good. That takeoff was a bit dodgy, I will admit. We are now looking for that 170 radial to come alive, and then once that happens, we can
Station near 7 Tango Sierra, turn left heading 310.
we can make the right turn to 315, and we can pick up that Mission Bay outbound radio of 2 something or other. 298 was it? It's on the chart here, 293. Okay, 293. Nice day. Scenery is always amazing in X-Plane. Always amazing. That's 6.5. One to go. To monitor this pretty carefully. I'm hoping it says alt hold here, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna push this button and it's not gonna do that, so push forward, Otherwise, ATC is going to be extremely mad. I don't know why. I don't know how I get the autopilot to do that properly, to be honest. There you go, outhold. It's doing it now. Anyway, heading out. It's just approaching 8,000. I mean, a 150-foot bust, I don't think they're going to mind too much about. But it's still not good practice. Anyway, we can throttle back a bit. Still waiting on this radial. It does take quite a while though. I found that out yesterday. I think it's starting to flicker a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing. Oh no! Here we go.
Station Air 717 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 3,000.
Okay, so we're just about to pass this radial now.
Station Air 7 Tango Sierra, tail left heading 280.
Almost. It will eventually pass it. Which is about there. So we can turn to heading 315, which is there. And then we can spin that over to Mission Bay. We can set 293 on this one. Was it 93 or 98? I've said this twice now, it was 93. And then from that we can just hit that and let it pick that radial up, which is what it will do very nicely. And that's going to take us all the way. Well, it's actually, we have to fly this for 39 miles and then we pick up Seal Beach from there. So you can see now it's turning onto that radial quite nicely. So we'll just sync that over the heading.
Sierra, the airport at your 11 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock at about 9 miles. Station Air 7 Tango Sierra, remain on this heading until the extended final for runway 25 left.
That stationer you can hear is Cat Strator. He's another streamer slash YouTuber. Pretty cool. He's attempting his fate by taking a Cessna 206 stationer, like what, the 6-seater Cessna, into LAX. Okay, brave guy. I wouldn't do that. Brave guy. I actually saw Luke Barbari. You might know who Luke Barbari is. Heathrow Spotting HD on YouTube. He positions himself out in SoCal sometimes, and he did some of his flying, and he took a Cessna into LAX, and just hearing the controllers, and they're like, "What's your aircraft type?" Yeah, it's like we're a Cessna 172, and they're like, "Okay, that's fine." Brave people definitely would not do. So 20.5, 20.6 miles, 20.7 miles out of Mission Bay. That radial is pretty much perfectly tracked now. We're good. It's just sit back and relax time for a little bit. Just to pre-note you on what happens after this, it's the 328 radial into Seal Bay. And Seal Bay is, sorry, not Seal Bay, Seal Beach. Seal Beach is 115.7, so we can just switch. We don't need to switch even. We'll just stick that to 115.7. And then when we get to like 38-ish miles, or maybe 37, we'll stick it into heading select, let it continue flying this heading, and then we'll switch it over, switch to radial, press that, rinse and repeat. That's how you fly when you're tracking radials. It's easy. All the lights can stay on. You can have a wander around the cabin if you like. It's a bit loud, but there is John Wayne will be up there somewhere actually. Probably that way, somewhere. Over that way. Out over the sea at the moment though. All good, I'm happy. I'm still trying to figure out why that takeoff was so limp. The shadows from the clouds look insane. You probably can't hear me over the engines, but still looks good. So, just approaching 32 miles from Mission Bay. We'll soon be flying a heading and then switching over to Seal Beach. And it's 3:28 into Seal Beach, which is spot on. Okay, there's 34 miles, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the heading now. Shouldn't deviate, which it didn't. Good stuff. We can now switch to Seal Beach, which you can see now SLI is identified. And we want to turn it to 328, which is there. And then with that, we can cap that and arm it, and then just wait. And when that is ready, it will turn us right, and we'll capture that radial. And then that's when the fun starts, because that's technically the end of the departure. That's the Seal Beach transition as far as Seal Beach. Now we move on to the tech route of things. And the tech route of things takes us Victor 23 to LAX. Now I'm using SkyVector to get that information of where it goes. And basically it leaves Seal Beach on a heading of 272 for 12 miles.
Approach 127.5. Correction, 127.2.
Over to SoCal 127.2, Blue Streak 335, so long. Okay, so we need to switch to SoCal 127.2, just in that right turn. Very good. SoCal, good afternoon, Blue Streak 335, 8000.
Blue Streak 335, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 29906.
29906, Blue Streak 335. 29906, set. Okay, so this is running all the way into Seal Beach, and then what I said was, before I got transferred even to the other sector, is that it's outbound 272. So we're just going to pick up a 272 radial outbound of Seal Beach, and that's for 12 miles, and then at 12 miles we turn right to intercept the 306 radial into LAX, which is going to be a lot of switching going on, but it's fine, we can do it, don't worry. 24 miles to Seal Beach, almost. You can see the coast in view now. This is why I love X-Plane so much. I know that there's a massive amount of hate between, you know, me posting X-Plane videos and then posting FSX. You just want one or the other. But just embrace both. I still don't understand why people are anti-FSX or anti-X-Plane. Like, at the end of the day, we're simmers, and that's what it's all about. It's not about which platform you choose. Different platforms have different benefits, and it's just, it is what it is. Oh look, can you see that plane? I'll zoom right in. See him? Just there. It's beautiful. Blue haze is really nice. 20 miles almost. So let me wind that heading back to where we are. Done. Ah look, there's another plane. Can't really see him, he's a bit far away. But you can see his lights anyway. This is fun. Now there's two aircraft ahead of us. That guy just coming underneath us. Oh no, we're going over the top of him. Where's LAX? I want to find LAX. It's up there somewhere. Where is it? I should be able to spot it straight away. What's around there? Is it really? I have no idea where it is. It should be up there somewhere. Oh no, wait. This is. Oh, I know where this is. This is Long Beach, isn't it? Long Beach, I think is what it's called. Long Beach? Is it Long Beach? I don't know. Yeah, Long Beach. That's what it's called. Okay, so we need to do this radial stuff. So heading select. Keep it on this heading. We need to do now 272 outbound. So 272 set, and then we need to just check that it is actually 272 before I commit to that. It is 272. And if we press that and arm it, it will turn us when we need to be turned. Very good. And we're flying that then for 12 miles or so. 1.5 miles to go. Should be turning very, very soon. He says. There we go. There's the turn. I'll have a quick look out the window as we're turning. Look at that view. Look at that view. So nice. Look at the shadows of the clouds. So, so nice.
Blue Streak 335, contact SoCal approach 134.9.
134.9 at Blue Streak 335, so long. So new SoCal, 134.9er, that's 5. 9er. SoCal, good afternoon, Blue Streak 335, 8,000.
Blue Streak 335, SoCal approach, altimeter 299.7.
299.7, Blue Streak 335. One off, there it is. Okay, so we need to get onto this radio pretty quickly actually, because I need to change across to LAX very, very soon. But LAX is 11 something, what was it, 115.6? No, 113.6. So LAX is 113.6, so we'll do 113.6. Which is there. Once this radial sorts its life out. Oh no, 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 I didn't mean to do that. It was the wrong side. 272. Do that. Stick it like that. It should be okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that for now. We have to turn right in a minute, so. And that's 306 inbound to LAX. And then it's Silex, is it? 316 to Silex, okay, cool. Right, perfect. That's exactly where we want to be now. So, I will make sure that is right in the middle, which it is. I'll then go into heading select again. I'll switch to LAX. And we will put in that radial, which is 306, and then we can arm it. Perfect. 10 miles to LAX. It'll turn within a few miles. I mean, what we could do is we could stick 115.7 in nav 2. 115.7. Probably turn before we get a chance to show you this. But 115.7 in there. Come on. Flick it across. And then we'll get a Seal Beach. Maybe we won't actually. I don't know. Nope. Nope. There we go. Seal Beach. There you go. So we're 13 miles. And we still haven't made the turn. But it is 306, so okay, it's gonna start now. .306, 16 miles. Oh, it's 16 miles. It's not 12 miles. Sorry, it's 16 miles. I made that mistake with it. We're still gonna get the radial either way. It's the radial that counts, not the miles. Okay, there's LAX. There she goes. So we're gonna fly this. We're gonna sync the heading to 306, which is what it will be, and then we're gonna be out the other side on 316. I'll give you a good view of LAX if I can manage it. I might not be able to. We'll see how that goes. 4 miles to LAX. It's only 10 degrees to the right, so I'm not too bothered. Okay, we need to do it now. So heading select 316, like so.
Cessna 7375 Tango SoCal, departure ready contact, climb maintain 5,000.
1.9 miles to go. Now, if I play this, I'm scared to navigate away from the screen, but I will. There we go. Right now, that should start to turn. Good. Run over to the back. There's LAX down there. If we can see it. Yeah, there she goes. Let's see if we can see Cat. He's down there somewhere. There he is. There he is in this little Cessna. He's ready to go. My zooming abilities are really bad.
Sky 75 Tango, turn right direct Santa Monica Cruiser.
And there we go. We're bang on the radial. That worked. That worked. I'm happy. Okay, so sync that heading up. 316. And then we just fly this all the way. This goes to a pet place called Silex, which is a long way away. It's 18.4 miles away, so it's quite far away. He's gonna...
Blue Streak 335, contact SoCal, approach 134.2.
134.2, Blue Streak 335, so on. 134.2. SoCal Blue Streak 335, 8,000. Did I say 8,000 or 3,000? Oh damn, I think I said it wrong. No, I said 8,000, it's fine. I said 335, 8,000.
Blue Streak 335, SoCal approach. Burbank altimeter 29906, expect the ILS runway 8 approach, descend and maintain 6,000.
29906 and descend and maintain 6,000, ILS runway 8 approach, Blue Streak 335. 29906, I pressed the wrong button then, that was awkward. Okay, descend and maintain 6,000. So all we need to do there is arm that. I'm not quite sure how to do that. IES mode anyway, and we'll just bring the power back, and that will start to dip the nose. There we go. Heading's bugged up. Down we go. Nice gradual descent. So, he's ILS runway 8, which we have the charts for, so let me get rid of all the other charts.
335, descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, Blue Streak 335. 3,000 we are cleared to. A lot's going to happen at once here. It's not going to be pretty, but it's fine. So I need to grab the ILS chart, which is here, and the frequency is 109.5. So let me just get that in really quickly. 109.5, and the course is 272. So I'm going to be cheeky here. I'm going to stick it on heading select, and I'm going to do
Skyline 75 Tango contacts Hotel Approach 134.
272. Sorry, 072. 072. That's fine. It's all good. We can get a better rate of descent out of this, really. We don't
Blue
need
Street
to.
335, 5 miles from Bud, turn right heading 050, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer cleared ILS runway 8 approach.
Alright, 050, maintain 3000 until established, cleared ILS approach, runway 8 approach. Sorry, cleared ILS approach, runway 08, Blue Street 335. Wow, that was me screwing up. So, right heading 050, 03, 04, 05, switch to the ILS.
77375 Tango SoCal approach.
IFR.
29906.
We can start to slow down now. We're still in IES mode, which is fine. We can arm the approach. 5k. There's no DME reading on this. I remember this from when I flew in there the other day.
Blue Street 335 appears as if you're left of the localizer.
Yeah.
Turn right heading 100 to rejoin.
Right heading 100 to rejoin. Blue Street 335. 100. Gives you a bit of chasing of the glide. Well, that's fine. We're good. There's the runway. We're
Blue Street
visual.
335, Burbank is at your 12 o'clock and 900 miles. Would it be easier if you have the field in sight for the visual approach?
We can take the visual. We're good for the ILS too, but that's fine. Blue Street 335.
Blue Street 335, Roger. Cancel the previous approach clearance and clear visual approach runway 8.
Clear visual approach runway 8. Blue Street 335. Autopilot's coming out. I am completely visual. He's going to change me the tower. Tower is on 117 or 18.7, so let me just make sure I've got that in. 18.7. This is why you need multi-crew, because doing all this at once is not easy. Let me just lift the nose up a bit. 118.7. Okay, we can stop descending now. Actually, we're pretty much bang on the glide there. You can see it. I can get rid of the FD in a minute. I don't need it. Flight director away.
Blue Street 335, contact Burbank Tower 118.7. Take care.
118.7, thanks for your help. Blue Street 335, so on.
Skyline 75 Tango, traffic 1 o'clock and 4 miles.
November 177 Mike, San Bernardino ground, roger, on request, standby.
Burbank Tower, good afternoon. Blue Street 335, runway 08, visual approach.
Blue Street 335, Burbank Tower, runway 8, clear to land, standby for the wind. Blue Street 335, 170 at 6, runway 8, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 8, Blue Street 335, thanks. Okay, gear down, and first notch of flap.
November 734 Tango Delta, El Monte Tower, runway 19er at Charlie, cleared for takeoff.
Now, what I did just today was I put the engines into beta mode by accident, so I don't want to do that today. So I'm just going to ride all the flap out, which is fine. We can keep the speed reasonable. I'm not going to slam it into the ground like I did yesterday. But it's a really nice plane to hand fly. It's just a little bit sensitive now and again, but that's okay. And 10 knots-ish, it's good. Just sort this trim out a little bit, but there we go. Very nice. Ignore the pappies, they mean nothing in something this small. It's a good visual reference, I suppose, but we can get down high and fast with no problem.
November 717 Tango Sierra, contact SoCal departure.
I can't see the speed, otherwise I get the yoke out, sorry. There's the middle marker.
Helicopter 4 Tango, contact SoCal departure. November 2809er Kilo, Santa Barbara ground, standby.
Nice. I'm not sure if that was a bounce or something. I don't think it was. Rudder authority is real. Manual braking. Ooh. It's all over the place. There we go. Very nice. Welcome to Burbank, guys.
November 2809er Glow, runway 15, full left, taxi via
Oh,
Charlie.
you just put more braking here, otherwise I'm going to end up killing someone. Come on, brake, 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 brake. There we go, that's more like it.
November 177 Kilo Mike.
Okay, so ground, if he does tune us, to ground is 123.9. So we'll just do that just in case.
Skyhawk 7 Kilo Mike, pressure frequency, we'll be with SoCal on 135.4, squawk 655.
Bring the flaps up. Everything looks okay. We'll just vacate
Skyhawk 7
right
Kilo Mike,
here,
read that correct.
and then we'll just hold short of this this bit of apron. It's not really well documented, this place, as far as where you should hold.
Skyhawk 7 Kilo Mike, runway 24, taxi via Alpha. Blue Strike 335, to the gate this frequency.
To the gate this frequency, thanks, please. Streak 335 so long. Nice. Okay, well, we can just park where that southwest is, I guess. Or next to it, even, not on top of it. You have an idea? Okay, so get that on. Get that off. We can feather those back down now. Somewhere in that region. We can take the gate next to the southwest. So this one on the left here will do just fine. Wow, that parking was great. Did this yesterday. There we go. It's more like it. Idle the power. Just roll it in. Yoke back up so we can see what we're doing. And parking brake set. Okay, there we go. Now we can shut it down. So, not really sure how to do this properly, but I'll give it a go. So we need to kill the feather like that. You can dump the pressure. And then we can kill the hydraulics. With that, we can put the wheel chocks in, we can put the GPU on, we can open the door, all that good stuff. Means that now we don't drain the battery, we can take that off and then go to ground. And we can take the beacons off now.
Skyhawk 2809 Kilo, stand above
Everything
the tower,
else,
hold short,
seatbelt signs can come off. Yeah, there we go. Right, well, let me tune to 122.8, just so we're not hearing ATC. We'll get rid of the transponder. I'll just turn it on to standby actually. not all the way off. There we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Let's see if the plane's still in a usable state. Yeah, it is. The props are still spinning down. But yeah, this is the JRollon JS32. If I have not said that like 500 times already. I'm not sponsored to fly it, don't worry, I'm not trying to rub it in your face. I will leave the link to where you can get it though if you want to get it. It is pretty cool. I said the Jetstream 32, sorry, I meant the 31. It's a 31, not the, it's a Jetstream Super 31. My bad. There's a lot more you can do with it, but I've only had it for one day, so give me some sort of credit for not screwing it up that bad. But yeah, yesterday was super fun. But I hope you enjoyed it. PilotEdge provided the ATC as always, and it's X-Plane 10 in its raw state with the mods that I did in how to make X-Plane look amazing for free, which is pretty much X-Plane in general because everything seems to be by majority free. But yeah, I want to do some more in this thing. It's a really nice commuter, it serves me well, and I need to get better at flying it. So again, hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, let me know. And if you didn't, then you're more than welcome to let me know as well. Until the next video, take care, and I will see you all later. Ciao for now.